Hello, my name is E. Marvin Neville, and this is the initial pilot episode of Now I Know What You're Thinking. A pilot. I don't know what the heck I was thinking on that one. And anyway, the title of this essay is The Second Amendment Protects Us All. Now, a fellow student shoots a Martinsville middle school student in the back. Two middle-aged men were found dead in an alley at 3 a.m. after being shot by a 16-year-old. Now, if that wasn't a drug deal gone bad, I don't even want to think about why else they could have all been in a dark alley at 3 a.m. A deputy sheriff is shot to death on a routine traffic stop. A member of the U.S. House of Representatives gets shot in the face. Only a few days ago, or very recently, a 5-year-old gunned down his 3-year-old brother. He was even able to chamber a round with the slide of a semi-automatic weapon. Now, I don't know how many of you people have tried to pull a slide to chamber a round of a semi-automatic weapon. Well, apparently everybody has, because it seems to me that the only thing in this country harder to avoid than flying bullets is fast food restaurants. Now, let's take a quick look at the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Sure, let's not infringe on the right of the people to bear arms. Let's let 5-year-olds band into militias and shoot up their first grader bully enemies. Better yet, let's just go back to the Wild West. Everybody can carry. And if anybody so much as thinks about accidentally stepping on my brand new cotton white Air Jordans, be ready to eat hot lead. And I don't even like Air Jordans. Now I know what you're thinking. And the Founding Fathers gave us the inalienable right to bear arms for a reason. They wrote the Constitution. They knew what they were doing. And they did know what they were doing. But there's this funny thing about the Founding Fathers of our nation. I have trouble remembering it sometimes, but let me see if I can recall it. Okay, they were slave owners. No, that's not it. The all men are created equal part of the document seems to have manifested itself reasonably. We have a black president who essentially beat out a woman candidate to win that office. We're getting better, especially as far as human rights and the civil rights. So what could it have been? Let me see. Maybe it was the fact that they had to cut down trees to replace their rotten teeth. No, that's not it either. I mean, what were the Founding Fathers to do? Carve false teeth out of the bones of the people they shot to death with their guns? So what is it? What is it about the Founding Fathers, those composers of perhaps one of the most important documents in the history of mankind, could I possibly be forgetting? Wait, I remember. They're dead. They're way past worm food. They're plant pollen or they're oxygen or they're space dust. Or maybe they reincarnated into a bullet. At any rate, look, the Founding Fathers were smart, driven visionaries. There's no question about that. But they lived in a time when genital crabs were considered good luck. They had no way of knowing that people would be able to fly across the country in a matter of hours, or that microwave technology would allow us to heat up in seconds the fast food that will make us the fattest country on earth, or that the Fox News channel will be able to dumb down stories so much that conservative chimpanzees will be able to enjoy what can only conservatively be mildly referred to as news. Now, could you imagine Ben Franklin telling his fellow nation builders that someday in the future, a device would be used to record the actions of people that could be shown in a box that made it look like they were inside of the box, and that the results would be Jersey Shore or American Idol or Flavor of Love? Old Ben would have been strung up and burned like a Salem witch, especially if he liked Flavor of Love. Now, I know what you're thinking. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Well, let me throw a little something your way. Let's say we're Japan, without the raw fish and obsession with monsters raping schoolgirls. It is unlawful for a Japanese citizen to possess a gun of any kind. So if the average Joe wants to take your life, he has to stab you, or strangle you, or beat you to death, or poison you, or run over you with the vehicle. All but one of these methods requires close personal contact. What does that mean, one might ask? I'm sure most of you have figured it out. If the perpetrator is within arm's length of the victim, the chances increase exponentially that a successful defense can be mounted. You know, your attacker has a machete and you have a shoestring, but you're close. And you might, hit your attacker in the eye with a shoestring, cause them to lose control of the machete and render you victorious. Or at the very least, make it take longer for him or her to kill you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ed, what if the mean, cruel world gathers at our doorstep and invades our homes? The answer is quite simple. Every American should have the right to one handgun, and they can use it only to protect themselves and their families in their homes. Hunting enthusiasts will be allowed to keep an additional hunting rifle only and should be required to swim the English Channel, hike the Rocky Mountains from south to north, and all weapons must be registered and samples of spent shell casings should be submitted to authorities on a yearly basis to make sure they didn't go out and murder somebody. The current qualifications for non-peace officers to obtain permits to carry concealed weapons is as ridiculous as letting a blind dog fly a space shuttle over the house of House Majority Leader John Boehner. Okay, that might not be so bad, but the point is that too many people have access to weapons that could kill an elephant. I know that gun peddlers, legal and illegal, would run in droves and shoot cash out of cannons at John Orange Man Boehner and his conservative posse by the way of NRA to stop legislation that will probably save 100,000 lives per year. But you know what? I'd rather see 100,000 jobs killed than see even one more undeserving man, woman, or child be shot to death because some creeps with a collective IQ of a single empty 40-ounce malt liquor bottle decide that it's okay to shoot out in a crowded downtown Indianapolis street or any city on earth. And it's okay to play OK Corral. Look, my peeps, the only way to get dangerous guns off the street is to put a stranglehold on a constitution that's supposed to protect the American people. But in the case of the Second Amendment, it plain and simple puts the American people in constant danger. It's time to take the Second Amendment and make it work for us. Get the guns off the street, and when a sniper can stab people from a football field away, gangbangers can commit drive-by strangling, and armed robbers can arm themselves with piano wire and garrote their way through armed robberies, we'll consider returning America to its wild, wild west. Thank you, and have a nice day.